Hi, hello and welcome. I've got a action-packed video for you today. No music. Fed up of getting copyrighted. So if I start singing, humming or tapping, it's original content, okay? So I'll film a little bit of the walk there, but I'll mainly film the walk back. Essentially today what we're doing is exercising. I'm going for a hike with a heavy pack that's got stuff in it I don't need, stuff in it that I do need. My power bank needed charging fully. That was the problem with that, but I also got a new power bank which has charged my phone 3 times before needing recharging. It didn't even need recharging, but I've left it at home on charge. I don't need that today. And yeah, I've been shopping. So we're looking at about a mile there and a mile back. Not too far, but I am going to make the way back slightly more difficult. At least, kind of. So I just had some equipment fails. Had to retie my bag. Always make sure everything's nice and secure. Before I left, I just shoved a few extra things under the bungees, and it turns out they like to slide out even though I'm walking straight. So just keeping my ear out in case anything falls. So what we have here is the hawthorn. You can tell it's a hawthorn by the thorns. And the coriander kind of leaves. But find a clean one. Hasn't got any bugs or anything on it. And you can eat them. Hawthorn is also my birth plant. Don't mind if I do. Actually, yeah, just see in the distance. Housing estate built on there now. An emblem for notebook quarries and machines. And this wasn't so overgrown, you could get a good view. But nice little viewing point. Good old bit of English woods. Not a forest, but definitely a woods. We've actually cleared this path up quite a bit since last time I was here. Couldn't get through without stepping over a lot of stuff. As you can see, there's a lot of treacherous branches, roots sticking out the ground. We're here. I actually only think that was about half a mile. Wasn't too difficult at all with that little toes in tail. Beautiful. So, why are we here today, guys? So we're going to do a quick gear review. I've got some new gear. Got a book of knots. And quick video, and then we're going back. So not staying tonight, just putting the gear up and seeing how it fares. This bag is doing very well considering it's slightly overladen. Someone's been surviving. Considering it's slightly over encumbered, that's me, it's doing very well. So I'll find a decent spot. We'll probably bump into dog walkers, but yeah, that's the nature of the beast. find us a nice spot and then let's do some gear review. Okay, so I've chosen a spot, it's in the open. I'm not too fussed between this tree and that tree. First of all, we're going to put a hammock up. I'll have a look what's in the bag first, so I'll give you a show. I've also lost a bit of kit. It's only a little kneeling pad. That'll teach me. Didn't hear it fall. And let's hope that there's some honest people in this village that aren't just going to steal it. I'm going to just leave it there and I can pick it up on the way back. If not, it's a minor loss and it will teach me a valuable lesson, surely. So, this is a bivvy. It's light as anything, but did not like staying on the backpack, so I think I will shove it in the backpack. Anyway, there, let's have a look at what we've got and how I've contracted this. So as you can see, I've got a few bungees. Fairly simple system. Take that one off. I've wrapped it around the ropes of the things. Excuse me. So I've wrapped it around the ropes of the kit. Got the cup. And then I will come back to you when I've unpacked this lot. So tree cam is being put to the test right now. So tree cam is being put to the test right now. It's holding on for dear life. The phone might fall. I just wanted to show you this, get a good view of it. Somewhere in here I should have, yes, there we go, microphone. I'll leave it for now. Hopefully you can hear me, but I'll pop it on in a minute. So this little pouch here at the front, I managed to get a whole hammock in the front here, which I carried with me last time. And you can undo this, it does come out easier, which I may have to do here, just to get a bit more access to it. There we go. So there's a whole hammock and 2 clips in here. Let's see how it goes up. So it comes in its own little pouch, so it's all encompassed. I'm guessing that you slide it out. I don't know, I've never used it before. Oh, it does have some straps, but I do need some extra straps, I believe. There you go, hammock. Bear with. So in the front of that pouch, I also have 2 hammock straps. Which is pretty good, really, because otherwise I'd have been screwed. Interesting. So these ones, it appears, do not come with the little separate places where you can add or take away a bit. So let's hope that this tree is exactly the right distance. It's got no little loops. Sometimes they come with extra little loops so you can make it shorter or longer. But let's see where we're going with this. Lovely and silky. I've started at my head height. This one isn't. It turns out that they're not long enough. I'll start the whole video again. So let's just hope. One. We're in business. She's a bit low, so to rectify that, I'm just going to go around this tree one more time. And now it doesn't fit. Okay, so solve that. I'm just going to go through the loop, still around the tree once, and I'm just going to go around a few times just to shorten that distance. So I'm going under and over, essentially wrapping the tag end, we'll call it, around the loop. And let's call it about 6 or 7 there. Okay, let's try 10. So 3 more. I think another 2, 12. And 1 for luck, because 13 is unlucky for some, which means it must be lucky for everybody else. And that is about us. Perfect. Okay, so those spreader bars, just get in and hammock. First of all, I'm going to test this sucker. So far so good. Well, it's a cozy fit for me. Looking up, I can see some dead wood. It would probably pose a bit of a problem if I did choose this for a spot. I mean, in an emergency, no storms, you'd be all right. But I wouldn't sleep here on a windy day. Okay, so I'm not sure what the audio is coming out like, but we've got a tent, hammock. And for the bug net, it does have these side straps which you would pin down at the sides. But the bug net is, it just goes over your head and face. So I wonder if when you pin the sides down and get in, So for this, what I would do is I would find a small stone, pop it in here, and tie that up to my ridge line, getting attacked, got a bug in my ear, and keep that off my face. So as a lightweight emergency hammock, it's okay. I brought my bed in just to, that's what I would bring if I was sleeping in it. And I do have a tarp as well, which I don't need to put out. But it's going to hold my weight. Let me just try again. Let me get in it. Yeah, you don't want the veil on your face because the mosquitoes will just bite you through it. So I would definitely, little stone in there, tie that up to my ridge line on elastic string, could solve the issues, but cheap as chips this hammock, and light as you like. So at least I know now. No DD, but it's done the trick. Cool, so putting it away. See if I can get it back in its own little bag, which is doubles up as a side pocket. And now I also know that these straps don't come with the extra loops, which I didn't know before. I'll save you the bore of watching me roll these back up. Okay, so in real time, let's see how difficult or not this hammock is to get back into its little pouch. Now, I don't really know how it came out. I wasn't watching. But I'm going to roll it up this way, and then I'm going to roll it up this way. And then I'm going to roll it up this way. Did it work? Kind of. I feel like my pouch is inside out though. It worked, but my pouch is inside out, so I'll just have to remember to do it backwards when I fix it next time. Fairly simple. That was a good guess of rolling it. Review 1 done. Seems flimsy, but it's super light, and if you just adapt the insect mesh, then I think that could be a good option for the summer, especially on hot nights. You know, it's going to get a lot warmer. So, but I would not use this for winter camping. Just to show you what else I have in that package, I have a alcohol wipe, I have some tissue, a few plasters, another alcohol wipe, and an emergency foil blanket. They just slide down the back of that pouch, and the hammock goes in there fairly easily. So I've got extra rope, and it also came with a couple of pegs, and I tried to do that thing but it didn't work. But they does show me how to do that in the book that I have, so I'm going to practice how to make that figure 8 thing where you just pull the rope, take what you need, cut it off, and the rest stays nice and neat. That's the front of that one. There's the hammock in there. perfect. I mean, that's my bedding sorted. In the sides, got me bum warmers / hand warmers, little sewing kit. That's it in that one. And this one, I have Flexitail to blow up mattress that's in there. Last time it did go down in the morning, and I just believe that with my weight on it all night, it's not holding the air in. So rather than getting out of bed and pumping it up, I just stick a Flexitail on it. Had this last time as well. I forgot to drink alcohol. It's actually brandy that's in here, not what it says on the front, if you can see that from there, but bottoms up, guys. Beautiful. It's like 11 o'clock in the morning. That's it for that. So secondly, I'm probably going to have to move the camera, but I did promise. Got myself a bivvy. Now they advertised this bivvy for 30 quid. It was in my my basket for 30 quid. And I searched online, just went on the Safari search, and it came up with exactly the same bivvy from exactly the same company, and £13. And I was like, all right then, I'll have that for £13. So this cost me 13 quid. Let's have a punt. I'm gonna have to find some flatter ground. So I think the word you're looking for is innovative. Innovative. Step 1. Ensure that you remember how it came. Rolled up and tied in a bow. Pegs and poles. Folded in half and then rolled up. First we'll do the poles. Lightweight aluminium. No instructions. Probably two. There's probably one longer and one shorter. So let's just double check. This one looks like the longer one. So I nearly messed up there, guys. One end is obviously wider than the other, and that is definitely a longer pole. Nice to see it has two rivets at the end, not like the one-man tent that I have. Okay, so do not break when you're going back. Fairly simple. Oh, it's a bit tight. I'm worried. Make sure it's the right place for the attachment. It's a couple of inches away. Don't break. Don't break. Please don't break. Scared. Oh, we're a little bit closer, a couple of centimetres. Come on, just got to fold it over. Oh, she's in, but it is a little bit flimsy. That's a bit better, isn't it? Okay, so we've got our first hoop in, which is the long hoop, and then we'll go for the second hoop, which is the short one. And guys, I would totally sleep out in the elements with a fire. I just really don't like bugs crawling on me. Take my hat off to any survival shows where they have the bugs on them. Not for me. Now this one's miles away. You'd have thought the shorter one would be easier. You see that? How am I meant to get that in there? What have I done wrong here? Why is that scrunched up? Doesn't seem as though it should be scrunched up, does it? Pretty sure there's no instructions. No. Okay. We're going to risk it for a biscuit, guys. I hate these things. I've got a dwarf bivvy by a very prestigious carp angler, and it has the same principles. We did it. So it does, but you have to be really careful. Now, interestingly, there's no... Oh, there is. Okay, we'll peg it out. Let's do this properly. Totally uneven, this ground, and I think I would bring a footprint with me, just because I wouldn't want it to get damaged in any way, shape or form. So we've got a loop at the end of this hole. This is a tip that I would like to give people. Now, it's not necessary, but if you're pegging into grass, normally at campsites with a hard floor underneath, I'm sure you've all found it. You've gone in, you go, stabs you in the hand. Right, so you go in at an angle. So from here, go in long ways at an angle. Just get a bit of tension on that. Okay, and we'll peg it down here to keep it up as well. So it's a perfect example here to go in at an angle. And then turn your little hooks down, obviously. So I need a couple more pegs. I've also given a bit of rope here as well for guy lines. more tension, I think. I think you need, there's room for a guy line on the end here. That'll be what the top loops are for, I did wonder. But there she is. A one-man bivvy. I'll stick some guy ropes on and tighten those up and then come back to you. As if to remind me that it was never going to go back that way. This is what I'm trying to learn to tie my rope up with. I will learn it. I've got a knot book. Okay, so perfect example. Nice and low. Instead of going in straight like that, I'm going to go long ways. Give yourself a bit of extra. As you can see, that's nice and tense. Hook point is down. Lovely job. Okay, so I've done this end like this, because why not? It's not going anywhere. It's nice and tight and tension wise. And then this one I have given individual strings, and all I've done is 2 overhand loops. One of the strongest knots you can get. So let's have a look inside. I think we have, yes, we have a bug net, so if we want we can have that bit open at night time. Lovely. I think I've got a slide in though, which might not be very, whatever the word is. Okay, I'm gonna go in backwards. Oh, it's got that lovely new tent smell. Oh. It's just long enough for me. Definitely will have some bedding, some padding. So that'll take the height up a little bit as well. Interesting. Okay. And by doing that, I did actually save quite a bit of rope. What is the word I'm looking for? So yeah, with this bit done up, that'll be just big enough for my head. Got a bit of a breathing hole there. Cool. There's the bivvy. Okay, so let's try and get this packed. Oh dear, I realised I wasn't recording. Oh dear, I realised I wasn't recording. Sorry about that. But I got the bivvy in the bag. But it does remind me I need to pop to the chemist's. Okay, not as pretty as it came, but she's away. So yeah, I had to. This is that sleeping bag that I had, not the big one, the polar one, but it fits in that stuff sack quite nicely. I bought the mat just in case. I bought things that I would normally bring, blanket. Got this mat. I'm going to use this for something else, and I also realised that it can go up quite small, you know, whereas I was rolling it up before. Got the tarp, but that's a different tarp, that's the original one. And then we have this. Cheap as chips, was. Can I understand it? No. Let's have a look. Comes with some practice string. Oh, great, showing you how to make a slip knot. Double sheet bend, lots of different knots. But I'm going to practice my knot work. I'm going to have a soup, repack the bag, and then we're off. So thanks for joining me for that today, guys. We've got hammock, usable, bivvy, usable, and a load of gear that I didn't technically need today, but I brought, and something that I lost. And we saw a couple of hikers actually, and I forgot to ask them if they saw my little pad. Also just seen something else I've lost. My makeshift strap. It's always good, check your bags and stuff out, guys. You need this little strap that goes across the top. It's a lifesaver. Okay, so left this out for a reason. Let's just have a soup first. Today's choice is tomato or tomato. I've basically got a cheap tomato one or a Heinz one. So we're going Heinz. So I washed my socks, washed my pots. I even washed my alcohol stove because it was a little brown and a bit dirty inside as well, but I gave it a wash. Perfect. Fresh alcohol. This is a biofuel. You can get this from Amazon. Plenty to boil the water or make it as hot as possible. Let's see if we can boil this water today. That's hot. Let's get a cup's worth this time. It is a slightly larger cup, but that's sometimes good with soup because you get that stuff at the bottom, don't you? You always get a bit extra. Ow, it's very hot already. I'm just straightening that up a bit. Let's have a look around. Rope swing over there. Been on that a few times. Nice little place this. But I think for a camp, I'd need somewhere slightly more secluded. Pigeon. So I think that's going to take quite a while. So we'll leave that. And I'll come back to you when I'm sipping soup. I don't know if that picked any of that sound up because I'm not sure if my mic was on. So I'll just repeat myself. In my last video, I lost or left behind my little knife, and I was going to go back with a metal detector and find it, but for the sake of sticking all that fuel in and
the time it would take, it was a lot cheaper just to replace it. So I've ordered a new one. It came the next day. So I've got a brand new fruit knife. So that's replaced. But next time when I go back, I'll take the metal detector, which I have, and see if we can find it. That'll be interesting. So it'll be a trip with the metal detector and then back to the car to get the stuff. But I actually wanted to camp out somewhere different. I'd like to camp out in these woods, but the ground is very uneven. The trees are plenty, but finding a perfect hammock spot is not as easy as getting a nice couple of pine trees that have been planted in a row on purpose. And just in case it didn't pick up what I said, last time I had a Heinz soup, it was delicious. And normally I'd add a bit of salt and pepper if I was at home, but it was very just the pure essence of tomato that I was enjoying last time, and I'm enjoying that today. Very nice. I'm going to take the mic off so we can have a bit of ambience.
Typical, all the birds have stopped. Let's see if we can talk to some pigeons. I sound like an asthmatic owl. Okay, so a tip for taking a big breath, friend taught me this, one of my clients, is you breathe in backwards and say Hawaii, so like that. So let's try again. No takers? No takers. At night time you can also speak to owls. No owls. What about the, see if there's anyone else, any other flute players around? Let's get a better one. A better one? Nothing. There's no life. Shall I have a go on the rope swing? Hang on, sleep first. solid bit of oak. Scared. Pardon me. Well, that's my fun for the day. Can you even see that there? No sludge. Okay, minimal sludge, but that was tangy. Okay, so just to make today a little bit more interesting, let's look at some exercises you can do every day to help you lose weight, help boost the metabolism, help get you going. So this lovely little mat folds right down. We're going to use this, even though it's blood stained, but don't worry about that, we know why. Okay, so we'll start with a Tai Chi swing. Now what's this? This is something I learned from another YouTuber, became a Facebook influencer, etc. Bigging up Certified Health Nut. So Tai Chi swing, we're on an uneven surface here, which is a little bit frustrating, but it's okay. So what is this? Silly dance? People in the gym will say, okay, we're going to do a Tai Chi swing. They're like, right, put your body into it, you know? So we're going to come up on the toes, get on an even surface, that's better. Up on the toes, getting the synovial juices flowing. That's all the juices that lubricate the joints. Get the head involved. We're going to come up on the toes, whole body exercise. You can do this for as long as you like. It's a great warm-up. Tummy held in, good stretch in between the intercostals, it's the rib muscles. Let's just say we've done that 3 minutes. Okay, a little bit warm, a little bit loose. Take off the wrists, shake off the legs, ankles. Knee warm up, circles, do your hips. Clunk, clunk, clunk in from me. Should have chose a better ground, but it looked flat, sorry. Been bitten. Okay, so let's just make this short and sweet, explosive, and what's the word I'm looking for? Not easy, not so easy. We'll start off with power push-ups. So push, clap, push, clap. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we're going to do some split squats. 6, 7, 9, 10. And we're going to do some moving plank. I'm out of breath. Then we're going to repeat. So we catch our breath back with our Tai Chi swing, and if I go sideways, I won't feel like I'm going to fall. That's a bit better. Big breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth.
Okay. Power push-ups. Go for 10 again. Oh, getting more difficult. Definitely getting a bit tougher. Didn't hear that. And then we'll do our split squats uphill now. 10. Moving plank. Try and aim for 5 on one side, 5 on the other. Great job, guys. Quite difficult in restrictive clothing. Trousers are quite tight. We've got one more set. And then we'll pack our bags and get on out of here. So, Tai Chi swing. Tomato soup. Excuse me. You can take as long as you like with this one. Get your breath back. And we're good to go again. Final one is always a little bit more difficult, which is exactly how it should be. Which is why you do a third one. First one means shit. Second set, third set is the one that counts. Okay. Power push-ups. Let's go this way so we're on even ground. What's next? Split squats. And moving plank. We'll start on my left side now. Thanks. So yeah, you can do that every day in the morning before breakfast. Pretend you've never done it, okay? Just carry on about your day. Don't tell yourself you've done something. Definitely a good start for getting some fitness in. If you can't do 10, go with 3s, 4s. Try and keep them even, obviously with the split squats. But yeah, as you can see, done with gusto. Yeah, fantastic, really quick workout. Thanks for joining me.
Let's have another go. Extra fun. So, bag is packed, hopefully nice and securely. Nothing else is going anywhere. If it does, I'm going to be annoyed and just keep stopping. Yeah, we've got to make our way up this little hill now. Then it's pretty much flat. It's just that steep incline there we're going up. Film a bit more the way back. And I'll be back to you in a sec. Glasses are in my glasses case. Well, very kind, very honest. Someone left my pad here. Good stuff. Thank you guys. Whoever that was. Bless. So we're on our way back now. It's been really nice actually. Just to get out, a bit of hiking, a bit of a workout, a bit of a walking simulator. Not a bad morning. So this is the final stretch back to the car. I don't know if you can see the light at the end of that tunnel. There.
Original.